Hey guys, CryptoDad here again. Thanks for joining me on the live stream Saturday night, live from Michigan, where you can throw out questions and I'll do my best to get them answered. We'll talk about Bitcoin, we'll talk about the news. I'm going to move some crypto around for you guys and I'll do my best to answer questions and troubleshoot your problems. So I'll do it live, so we may have some fun watching me fail. So let's see what happens. Let's get this party started. All right, so welcome everybody here. I'm in the lair again with the rig and my key lights and everything. Please tell me sound is working and all that good stuff. It's been a pretty exciting week. I believe last week on Saturday, Bitcoin was a little bit above 50,000, and it's pretty much held that during this week. It's been in a little bit of a range, but well into the high 40s. So it did dip down to a little below 47, I think, a few days back, but it's testing 50 again today. Right now we're at 49,327, so that's cool stuff. Some pretty big adoption news here recently, so we'll check into that. And so let me just flip over to this window here and greet everyone that's here. Barbara K is here again. Thank you so much for coming, Barbara. And before I pop out chat, I want to just, someone had asked me about DOT. So I'm not sure if Noreen is still around. If you are, just, whoops, that's not what I wanted. Pop out chat. That's what we want. We're going to take the chat window over to the other side so I can see it and you don't have to see it. You can just see the walkthroughs in all their glory. So Frank Rodriguez is here from California. Well, that's good. It's good to have you here. Got the dad cup working tonight. If you can see this. Dad. My kids got this for me. I don't remember what it was for. Birthday, Christmas, something. It's pretty. Father's Day, that's it. Thank you. my son heard me. I got it for Father's Day, right? Pretty cool. Randall N. from Smoky, California. Joanne L. Antonio. First time watching live, but very thankful for my content and insight. Thank you, Antonio. I appreciate that. Baby Whale saying hello. Gabrielle Jimenez. Between liquidity mining, staking, GPU, CPU mining, or whatever the approach, what's the best way to make money in crypto? This is not really an investment forum. It's more kind of troubleshooting issues that you may be having with wallets and whatnot. So that's entirely up to you. I will say up front that mining is not a get-rich-quick scheme. A lot of people think it is. They think they can just like flip a switch and start mining and they'll be rich. It's not like that. There's a lot of preparation and technical proficiency required to do mining. And then there's some upfront investment. If you want to really get a return on your money, you're going to have to plop down some money to buy GPUs or like a standalone Bitcoin miner if you're into that sort of thing. And then it'll take you a while to get a return, to get your original investment back. Your electricity bills will go up. You're going to have this like gargantuan mining thing that sounds like a vacuum cleaner in your living room, or if you're in a 2-bedroom apartment or whatever, so it's not, it's as glamorous as it sounds, right? And then you could be a day trader if you want to make money that way. But there's a lot of risk involved in that. My advice, if you want to make money in crypto, is be an investor, not a trader. Just like go in for the long term. Don't look to get rich quick. Just put your money in technology that you feel has some value, right? Just like if you're in the stock market and you're buying a stock, you want to invest in the company that has potential. Right? You want to check out who's behind it, who the investors are, what their business model is. Is their timing right, or are they in the right location? All those things that matter can be applied to crypto projects as well, right? So there. But like I said, we're not really here to talk about the money as much as we are about crypto in general and any problems that you guys might be having with moving things around. And that's what I really like to do the most. So let's jump into the news real quick. Before we jump into the news, let me just point to the description down below where we've got all kinds of cool stuff. I've got a little outline of some of the things I'd like to do tonight. So we'll definitely jump into these things. And then I have a lot of affiliate links down here for products that I believe in. And if you use my affiliate link to get to their website to make your purchase, it will help me, help the channel. They'll kick me a little commission for sending you their way, like that. So crypto.com is a great platform. I use it on my phone almost every day to check the price of Bitcoin. You can buy and sell, trade, swap, stake, and they have an MCO Visa card that you can use. My wallet's not down here, but you can use it in the real world anywhere they accept Visa, and you can top up your card with your crypto. So spend your crypto in the real world. I've had that for several years now. I really like it. And then, of course, the penultimate wallet for storing your cryptocurrency private keys, the Ledger device, which I use, again, almost every day. And you can get a nice Ledger. I believe there is still a 20% discount that you can get when you check out using my code, live-CryptoDad. So check that. It only has 200 uses, so get it while you can. 20% discount on your checkout at Ledger. Awesome. Trezor also. I got a link for Trezor. Another great hardware wallet. Hodler clothing, which I think is really cool. And there's the Ledger starter pack. There's BlockFi. If you want to store your crypto in a centralized exchange and earn interest, it's a good way to do it. BlockFi. Cryptocurrency tax calculations with CoinTracker.io. It's a good way to you connect all your accounts, your cryptocurrency exchanges, and your wallets so that it can track your crypto as you move it around and will help you figure taxes. Awesome product. I've been using it for a few years now. NordVPN, Coinbase, Kraken, and BINANCE US. Scott Constance just threw me a tip. I appreciate it. If you got a question, I'm going to read here a little closer here in a sec. Try to get to your question. CryptoDad's email right here, CryptoDad, thecryptodad@gmail.com. If I don't answer your question, please shoot me an email. I'll do my best to answer your question. I don't do one-on-one consulting or anything like that, but I will answer clear and concise questions, right? I'm pretty good about that. But, you know, if you just send me an email, please, sir, help me. I don't really know what to do with that kind of stuff. Anyway, I get all kinds of stuff, right? It's, okay. Let's see. Some cool links if you want to know more about Bitcoin in general, and then all of the news stories that I'm going to cover tonight that I've got linked down here. So let's jump into the news real quick. For those of you who are interested in the news, I am. Bitcoin in line for phenomenal weekly close if BTC holds 49K, which as it stands, it does. It's kind of weird that they sort of place the market constraints that they've been using for years for the stock market on the Bitcoin market. Bitcoin is 24/7 trading cryptocurrency worldwide. You know, you can trade anytime. But they have like these metrics where they're like, well, if it closes up this week, you know, it's going to be great. And we're like, what difference does a week make? You know, it's a 24/7 thing. But anyway, they place those metrics on there. And so this is one of them. They're like, okay, if it closes, and I don't know what the week marker is. I don't know if it's Sunday night or if it's Saturday night or whatever demarcation that they proclaim. We'll give it a weekly, close. It never closes. That's the thing. It doesn't close. But anyway, if it's over 49K in the next day or two, then that's good, right? I'm not a big, chartist, about charts and stuff. I mean, I know markets are, semi-predictable because of human psychology and, charts and patterns and that kind of stuff and mathematics and all that, but they really can't predict exactly what's going to happen. If they could, it really wouldn't be a market, would it? But they do apply a lot of the metrics for trading, like moving averages and, that kind of stuff. But for me, it's, I mean, in general, you can say when the market goes up, it tends to go up, right? And when the market goes down, it tends to go down, right? That's kind of like all of it in a nutshell. Well, it's up. It's been up a week, so that means it might keep going up. Who knows? Anywho, this is a good article about the current state of the Bitcoin market. And, we talk a lot about Bitcoin driving the entire cryptocurrency market. But this past week has seen some new all-time highs for other altcoins like Cardano and Polygon and Solana, right? So hopefully we'll see other coins driving the market as a whole rather than just Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin is still the most visible, the most, the name brand cryptocurrency. So it does tend to drive the market, right? If Bitcoin dives for whatever reason, the entire crypto market tends to follow it down, right? Because people lose faith in the entire market when Bitcoin is down, right? And when Bitcoin is up, and I was talking to some friends the other day, and my analogy is Bitcoin is the soil that grows, that allows the altcoin market to grow, right? So if there's good soil, if Bitcoin is up or Bitcoin's in a trading pattern, it's kind of doing well, then the altcoins can do well, right? But if Bitcoin is down, right, if the wind and the rain come and they blow all the soil away, then the plants die, right? So Bitcoin is kind of the soil that allows the rest of the crypto market to grow and prosper, right? All right. So yeah, we're looking at 49,300 on the weekly chart, right? So we'll see. Let's hope. It'll convince all these chartists that it's time to buy more Bitcoin, I guess. Okay, and then another big story here lately just happened. Cuba set to recognize and regulate cryptocurrency. If you remember, El Salvador, declared crypto or Bitcoin legal currency last couple months back. And I believe they're still moving forward with that, implementing that, and now Cuba is doing that, right? It's another way that Cuba can avoid U.S. sanctions. I mean, they really don't have much choice, right? The U.S. has been sanctioning Cuba for quite some time. And one of the things that they were being sanctioned on was their Western Union, apparently, which a lot of people were using Western Union to wire money to their friends and family back in Cuba if they were in the U.S., right? So the U.S. sanctions forced Western Union to close a bunch of offices in Cuba. So, but with Bitcoin, it's non-censorable. I mean, all you need is an internet connection. So if you have a cryptocurrency wallet and you send your Bitcoin address to a friend or relative in the US or in Canada or in Australia or Europe or Iceland or wherever that they are, it's you can send Bitcoin across the room or across the world with equal ease and efficiency, right? So, a lot of people badmouth Bitcoin because it's supposedly slow compared to credit card transactions, and yes, maybe it is. But if I'm waiting on $50 in Cuba from my cousin who's working as a dishwasher in New York City, and he may not be making a lot by U.S. standards, but if he sends $50 back to his family across the internet through the Bitcoin blockchain, and they get it in Cuba, and then they can, cash in their Bitcoin for their currency, it probably buys a lot of groceries, right? So Cuba is going to implement and regulate cryptocurrency. It's a big thing, right? Another domino falling, right? of countries that are adopting Bitcoin. It's pretty good stuff for Bitcoin, right? Let's see what else we got here. Jack Dorsey and Square are going to be creating a decentralized exchange based on Bitcoin. I'm not really sure how they're going to do that because Bitcoin is not does not have smart contracts like Ethereum does. But with the Lightning Network, perhaps they can implement some sort of protocol so that people can trade Bitcoin in a decentralized fashion. I'm not really, I mean, it's not really clear to me what they're proposing. They're talking about on-off scaling. I don't know where that was. Something about, I didn't read the whole article. Well, it's not a very long article, is it? I read. Oh, here it is. Here it is. To build on and off ramps into Bitcoin. I'm not sure what they mean by that. Do they mean a way to like purchase Bitcoin with fiat, or do they mean like a decentralized exchange that you can access directly with your own wallet? And if you already have Bitcoin, you can trade for other coins. Or if you have other coins, you could trade for Bitcoin in a decentralized fashion without going through KYC. It's kind of up in the air. But it seems kind of contrary to the narrative that we've been hearing lately about Bitcoin regulation in the U.S. with, you know, the infrastructure bill and that. There's more talk of, well, we want to regulate crypto and we want to avoid anonymous transactions and we want to track stuff and people and, you know. But this sounds like it's, you know, moving in the opposite direction, which is more decentralized rather than centralized for Bitcoin non-custodial wallets like the Ledger wallet, right? So it's a good article. You might want to check it out. And then NFTs are back. I don't know that they ever really went away, but you know, there was a lot of people writing the epitaph for the NFT market, you know, for the greater fool argument, you know, it's, oh man, who wants NFTs, you know? It's a bunch of usually old guys, you know, that were in the financial industry that didn't get it, right? Why would anyone pay, you know, like 50 grand for a little comic, right? But they don't get it. These are what they non-fungible means. It cannot be exchanged one to one, right? So each one is unique, or sometimes they're a series, right? But NFTs saw a big push in popularity early in the year, and then when the crypto market crashed, the NFT market, the money in the NFT market kind of went down, but we're back into the NFT craze. I guess Visa bought an NFT or something. CryptoPunks, which are these little guys, are selling for huge amounts of money. They're, you know, they're one of a kind, right? This whole blockchain-based NFT paradigm is about, it basically solves the issue of what happened in the late 90s, early 2000s. If you remember, we had Napster. We had all these pirate sites where people were downloading movies and music and all of that kind of stuff. And the industry was just, they didn't know what to do, right? Because once things go digital, you can make multiple copies of them, right? So, you know, Napster was copying music. I remember Madonna got mad because her new album hit Napster before it hit the stores. It was just crazy. And they've managed to, they didn't really destroy that market, but what they did was they realized that, hey, people want to buy things digitally, so now like a normal consumer doesn't have to go pirate. They can just buy stuff on the Apple Store, or, you know, they can subscribe to Apple Music or Amazon Music, or, you know, they realize they need to change their business model, right? But with NFTs, you're selling one of a kind things, right? You can't just make a copy of an NFT. Right, you can take you can take a screen grab of it, or maybe, you know, take a picture of it with your phone, but it's not the same thing, right? That's what's unique about NFTs. They're one of a kind on the blockchain, certified on the blockchain. So pretty dense topic, but they're hot, baby. They're hot right now. And to wrap up the news, I want to talk about this story. I haven't even read this story, but I've heard or saw the headlines. He's just 12 years old and has already made 350,000 selling NFTs. I can't really tell you anything about the NFT market, how you sell NFTs. It's sort of like comics. I had a friend that knew he knew which comics were hot, and when a new issue would come out, he'd go buy like 50 of them, and then just hold on to them for a few months and then resell them in bulk at a higher price. But you kind of had to know what was good and what was popular, right? So it's the same with NFTs, right? If you know what you're doing and you buy the right NFTs at the right time, then you can resell them for a profit relatively quickly. If you know what you're doing, right? But like, I don't really know much about the individual NFTs and which ones are hot and which ones are not. But apparently this young man did and does and has made pretty good money doing it, right? So it's a big story. It's been floating around all over the mainstream. Right, this is Fortune. It was in MSNBC, the New York Daily News. I mean, he's just been on all the mainstream, And some of the articles are kind of critical. I think I saw one headline that says 12-year-old makes 600 grand selling NFTs to idiots or something like that. Right. This article is a little more reserved, but yeah, I mean the people in the industry don't get it. And maybe they will soon, but who knows? Anyway, I thought that was an interesting story. And like I said, I've got all these stories linked down below. You can check them out, right? Down here in the description down below. All right. So I am going to, hit that polka dot thing, but I want to see what's happening here. Let's see, Topher D. Avalanche Bridges, not sure what that is. What about ADA hitting 7 by next year? This is not an investment forum. I don't make predictions. Can you show us some more advanced stuff like DeFi, maybe some yield farming? Yes, Jamie, I would be happy to do that. I'm going to do a little bit of that tonight. Why are there so many scam messages on your videos? I keep seeing your fake account all over. I went into a detailed and long-winded explanation about this a couple of live streams ago. Suffice it to say, I could sit at my computer for 8 hours a day deleting spam comments, and it wouldn't make a difference. They would just repopulate the next hour, right? I basically, I talked to another YouTuber who has a lot more subscribers than me, and he told me the same thing. He's like, it's impossible to weed out all these spam comments. They get past the YouTube flags. Can you imagine the amount of spam that must be hitting YouTube that they're catching? And then all of this stuff that does not get caught goes through because they put spaces between numbers or dashes or use like foreign characters, and they do all kinds of weird stuff to get through the YouTube filters. And they pretend to be me, and they tell you, hey, I'm Rex, I'm CryptoDad, here's my picture, call me, I'll make you rich, and it's all a scam, right? So all I can say is buyer beware, right? I've tried deleting them, they're right back an hour later. All I can really do is when I post a brand new video, I'll keep an eye on those comments for about a day or two, try to keep it clean on the new videos that I post, like the video I posted earlier today on using the Ledger and reinstalling Ledger Live. But I have like 600-700 videos out there. I can't cull through all of my videos on a daily basis and delete spam comments. I guess that's all we really have time to talk about today. Okay. Yes, they are everywhere. Yeah, and not just my channel, every other channel, anything to do with crypto. Yeah, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably isn't. Scott Constance, thank you again. Thank you. SafePal wallet, good for BSC. I've never used SafePal. Not sure about that. I use MetaMask mostly. Do you know what this means? Transponder 2, browser support is needed for Ledger. Please use Chrome, Opera, Firefox. Also make sure you're on the HTTP. You're going to get all kinds of weird error messages when you're trying to connect your Ledger to certain sites. My advice on that is I do not know what that specific error message means. A lot of times it's just having trouble connecting to your device. So it could be the device just needs to be disconnected and reconnected. It could be you have a bad cable. It could be you have a bad USB port. Those are you just have to kind of troubleshoot and keep trying until you can get it to reconnect. I don't know the specific circumstances that you're doing to produce that error message, but you kind of just have to keep trying. Maybe take it to a different computer and see if it works there to eliminate environmental variables, right? Your computer might be messed up. You could be having Windows software issues. There's all kinds of weird stuff that could be happening. If you're using Windows 7, then you need to upgrade to Windows 10, right? So if, when people say, oh, I'm getting all these error messages, I'm in Windows 7, I'm like, well, duh, what do you expect? It's Windows 7. Anyway. Okay, hi Rex. If I were to do swaps with Exodus on the Trezor suite, do you know which would give the best rates? Exodus always feels like I'm being mugged. That's kind of an individual thing as far as the rates you're getting charged for swaps and that sort of thing. You kind of have to experiment. I'm not an expert on what's the cheapest way to trade crypto, really. I'm more about how you move things between wallets. I'm not I don't worry that much about little fees, right? Because if you're in it for the long haul, and like, for example, if you bought Solana several weeks ago, you've like doubled and tripled your money. I'm not too worried about the $5 fee that I got when I originally bought it. I don't mean to sound flippant, but that's kind of my attitude when it comes to fees. I don't really care about them. Sure, we always want to keep our fees as low as possible, but if you're going to worry about every tiny little fee, you're going to get stuck, right? But do research, play around, see what you can do. Some exchanges have better trading fees, other exchanges have lower withdrawal fees. Some exchanges, there's always a little bit of a trade-off everywhere you work. Right. Okay. So, Scott's here. Yay, Scott's here. I thought I saw Scott there for a second. Frank Hugh. Yeah. Scott Lee is here. Yay. Grand Illusion is here. Wonderful. Good to have you guys here. Always happy to have long-time friendly viewers in the live. Does VET work with the Ledger Nano S? Yes, it does. If you use the Sync app. I think I was telling someone about that. VE chain sync, right? This is a VET wallet that you can use with VE chain and it works with a ledger, right? While we're on the subject, before we get too heavy into what we're doing, Mumblefish, thanks for all the practical videos. Greetings from SoCal. Thanks for that, Mumblefish. I appreciate that $10 tip. Always helps. Before I get into, someone ranted in one of my comments earlier, and bless his heart, I get it, right? But he was mad because Cardano is not supported in Ledger Live. And he was like, why do I have to use a third-party wallet to manage my Cardano? Why doesn't it work in Ledger Live? What's the use of the Ledger device if it doesn't work in Ledger Live? Now, I've heard this many times, and I've addressed this many times, but, we don't live in a perfect world. And for whatever technical reasons, not every cryptocurrency in existence is supported in Ledger Live, right? And not every single cryptocurrency is able to utilize this device. But if you have a cryptocurrency that you would like to put in a wallet and it's not supported in Ledger Live, and you want to store it safely and securely, then you should see if that wallet is compatible with a Ledger device. Because the question was, what good is this Ledger device if I can't manage Cardano and Ledger Live? And the answer is because you can store the private key in this device safely and securely offline so that it's secure, right? That's what this thing does. Yeah, I'm really sorry that Ledger Live doesn't support every crypto out there. I wish it did, but it doesn't. Right? I wish I could go to any restaurant. I wish I could go to the restaurant on the corner and order anything I wanted to eat, but that's not the way restaurants work either, right? Each restaurant has different style of food, right? So Ledger Live doesn't allow you to eat any meal that you want in the cryptocurrency world, right? It only has a limited menu of, and they're working like dogs to support new cryptocurrencies going forward. They didn't used to support ERC20 tokens. Now they do. They didn't used to support Stellar accounts. Now they do. They didn't used to support Tron accounts. Now they do. They didn't used to support Polkadot either. Now they do. So maybe soon they'll support Cardano, right? But in the meantime, if you can use a wallet like Daedalus with your Ledger device, then you should, right? Don't just trust your crypto to a standalone wallet with a private key stored on your computer. It's vulnerable, right? It's not as secure as putting your private key on this. Anyway, I'm done with that. All right, so let's jump in. Do you still hold Elrond? I do have a little bit of Elrond, yeah. Does transferring tokens from exchange to Ledger change the FIFO it had on the exchange? Will it change short-term, long-term it had on the exchange? I use CoinTracker.com to manage that kind of stuff. And I will say this, that when you use CoinTracker.com and connect your all of your exchanges and all of your wallets, it does, when I did my taxes, my tax guy was like going through, he goes, okay, it looks like you've got some short-term gains and some long-term gains, right? And they're taxed differently. And CoinTracker knew, right? So, for example, I bought some ADA way back in 2018, and then I sold a little bit of ADA, but I also bought some ADA in like 2020 and 2021. So, but it knew, okay, I don't know how it does it, but it sort of knew that, okay, well, you had like enough ADA from 2018 to say that the ADA you sold yesterday was a long-term gain, even though you've bought some since then, right? So it's complicated, I know, but CoinTracker.com and any other crypto tracking service will handle that sort of stuff for you. But when you transfer from an exchange to your wallet, it's not a taxable event. So I don't know, like when it goes back to the exchange, they're just assuming that you've been holding it since then, right? Because you didn't sell it, you just moved it to a wallet. How to get US dollar coin from ETH to US dollar coin on Solana. There is a way to do that. I don't have that one right in front of me, but let's play around a little bit tonight. Can you do a video on the fees work when transferring BTC or ETH from your Ledger Nano X to an exchange? I talk about that when I do videos. Basically, when you're moving crypto, whether it's Bitcoin or Ethereum or any other crypto, from your own wallet to an exchange, you're paying the blockchain fees that are built into the network, right? And you can increase those fees if you want your transaction to transfer quicker, or you can lower those fees if you're willing to wait longer. But they're basically just blockchain fees out there on the network. That's how Bitcoin and Ethereum work. The people out there that are running the miners are looking for transactions, and they cull through the transactions and look at the ones, they pick the ones with the higher fees first. It's a community-based thing, right? It's not Ledger. Ledger is not charging you to move crypto. Ledger is just a blockchain-based wallet. So when you move crypto from your Ledger back to an exchange, the only fee you're paying are the blockchain fees of the underlying blockchain that you're using. Has nothing to do with Ledger. Ledger allows you to adjust those amounts, but it's not Ledger charging you or your wallet or anything like that. It's built in. That's how crypto works. That's a quick overview, right? I don't know if that really answers your question or not. What do we want to do tonight? I wanted to do a little cross-chain access using Metamask, Ethereum, BSC, and Polygon. Okay, so I have a wallet over here, and it's a Metamask wallet. And let's get logged in. All right, now general overview. Let's just get this guy big so you guys can see it over here. All right, so here we are. We have this wallet, right? Now, notice up here, it says Binance Smart Chain. I created this network using Binance Smart Chain settings, right? Now, if I pull this down, you'll notice that there are several networks that I have configured. Now, these four here were test networks that are kind of included in MetaMask. And the Ethereum mainnet is the default, right? So let's switch to that. Now, notice when I switch to that the tokens change, right? We're dealing with the exact same address, right? If we look at this address, there it is. That's the long form of the address, right? 0x312, blah, 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 blah. And then it goes to EC864, right? Same address, but different network. But these coins here, this Ethereum, this 0.01 Ethereum, 0187 Ethereum is in this wallet, but it's on the Ethereum network. So if I switch over to the Binance Smart Chain, notice now that the main token for this wallet is BNB coin, Binance coin. This is the coin that pays the transfer fees and the blockchain fees that we were just talking about. So if I try to transfer some of this BSCS token, I'll have to pay a little bit in BNB to do that. Or if I want to trade on PancakeSwap or whatever, then the fees will be paid in BNB. Now, let's switch back over to the Ethereum network. If I wanted to transfer some of this US dollar coin, say back to Coinbase, then I would pay some Ethereum fees on the Ethereum network using the Ethereum that I have in this wallet. Right? So I can manage multiple wallets in MetaMask by switching networks. Let's check this other one. I have the Matic network set up. Right? So when we switch to the Matic network, all of these coins change. They're different coins, right? Because the Matic is now the main driver of this wallet, right? Because we're on the Matic network, fees are paid in Matic. And these other fees down here, like this Dino that I have, that's on the Matic network. These are Matic tokens, right? This Ghost token, this Xmark token, these are all Matic-based tokens, sub-tokens on the Matic network. So we can manage all of these different tokens in MetaMask using multiple network configurations. Now, when I say that, I mean if we go into our settings, we can see back down here in networks that I have several networks set up. And here are the individual settings. I gave it a name. There's a RPC URL, which is basically a web address, a chain ID, and some other optional information, right? And then if I switch over to Binance Smart Chain, you'll see the settings are slightly different. So I have several videos. You can just like, I always do that, but they're not up in the corner. You can just search CryptoDad Polygon or in Google, right? Just Google CryptoDad Binance Smart Chain, and you'll find videos that I've done on how you configure these settings and all that good stuff, right? And then we've got the Matic network over here with its own settings, right? So once you have configured all of those networks, you have access to them up here, and you can switch between them. I even did a Theta one. This one's empty, but there is a way to configure the Theta network in MetaMask as well, right? So, but what can you do with these things? And someone had asked me how to get US dollar coin on in an ERC20 US dollar coin over to Solana, which I don't really know how to do that. I'm sure there's a way, and but I can do it for Polygon if we want to try that. We might as well. So let's just go over to Coinbase and buy some US dollar coin, and let's see if we can get it into our Poly wallet, right? So that we have access to it in our Poly wallet. All right, so let's go over to Coinbase. Let's get ourselves signed in. I need my two-factor authentication for Coinbase. All right. And this is also kind of an exercise in how we actually purchase cryptocurrency and transfer it into our own wallets. I'm not going to do the Ledger right now. I'll talk about Ledger in a bit. But right now we'll just deal with MetaMask. MetaMask is a pretty good Ethereum wallet. Let's just do buy. Let's buy $100 worth. Ah, damn it. Oops. Oh, I can cancel that. Right. I didn't want to buy some Ethereum. Actually, no. We want to buy some US dollar coin, right? All right, there we go. Want to buy US dollar coin. I think I'd rather use the Chase Bank option. Let's buy $100 worth of US dollar coin using my Chase Bank account. I'll have instant access to this, but I will have to pay a little what they call a convenience fee. Actually, they don't charge you. That's pretty cool, right? They didn't charge me anything to buy US dollar coin because that's like their native stable coin. I did not know that. That's pretty cool, right? They didn't charge me a merchant charge at all. Now, they are going to charge me a network fee to move it, for sure, right? Because it's on the Ethereum network. So we're going to take a little bit of a hit when we move this to our wallet, right? All right, we'll do that. I just got a notification that my purchase was successful. We can go over here to portfolio on this side and just do a quick refresh, and we should see that US dollar coin in there. Yeah, there it is. So we got $100 worth of US dollar coin. I want to put it in my Polygon wallet, but it's not on the Polygon network. It's on the Ethereum network. So what are we going to do? All right. First of all, I need to get it in the wallet, my MetaMask wallet. So let's go back over here. Let's switch back to the Ethereum network, right? Because this is where we're going to start, on the Ethereum network. And here's my US dollar coin. I want to send, right? So this is the address, right? That same address we were talking about. The wallet's name is new BSC, but that doesn't mean, it means that I named it because I was using the Binance Smart Chain network. But as you can see, we're on the Ethereum network. Same address though. We don't have to worry about that. Let's go back over to Coinbase. Let's go to our US dollar coin. Let's do a send all over to the address of my MetaMask wallet. We'll hit continue. Are they going to charge me anything for this? This is crazy. They're not charging me anything? Oh, okay. See, $6, right? They're charging me they're passing on the cost of the Ethereum network to me, right? Even though it's a Coinbase charge, but it's because of the network, right? They say something there. Anyway, let's just go ahead and get it sent. I'm going to, this is an irreversible thing. You should know what you're doing. Of course. Let's do 0.25. Let's get that going. If you're new to crypto, you should always send a small amount first just to test out what you're doing. All right. And once again, there's a lot of people out there gasping. Oh my God, he paid $6 for that. He just lost $6, right? But, you know, we're going to put it over in our wallet. We might use it to buy some tokens that might be a good investment in our future, right? And 10 years down the road, am I really going to worry about that $6 that I invested in my future? right? Yeah, it feels like I'm getting mugged, right? But I'm not. It's part of the Ethereum network, right? But we're trying to get our coin over to a better network. There it is, right? It's already in the wallet, right? Now that it's in the wallet, I want to get it over to Polygon. So how am I going to do that? So there's a little thing over here called the Polygon Web Wallet. All right, I'm going to connect, and I'll put a link to this in down over here. All right. Yeah, you could use. Oh, Phantom Wallet will do the swap. Okay, I did a video on Phantom Wallet. I didn't know that you could actually swap from Ethereum to Polygon on the Phantom Wallet. I'll have to look into that, guys. All right, so let's go ahead and connect to our MetaMask wallet. All right, now these are balances on the Polygon network, but what I want to do is move funds from Ethereum to Polygon, right? So if we do that, right, I'm connected to my, is this the right wallet? No, that doesn't look like the right wallet. What are we doing over here? 864. Okay. Oh, that's it. I don't know why they just call it account 3125. It doesn't matter. Now, let's see. What? Wait a minute. Is this the right wallet? 864. Right? Metamask. 864. It should be 94. Oh, Ethereum. Sorry. We're doing US dollar coin, right? But we do have enough Ethereum to do this. Hopefully $38 worth of Ethereum will be enough to pay our fees for the initial transfer. So let's switch over to US dollar coin, wherever it is. There it is. All right, now let's max it out. And we want to do that switch, or I'm sorry, we're not going to switch. We're going to keep this from and to, from Ethereum to Polygon, right? So let's hit transfer. And okay, yeah. All right, 24 bucks, right? Now we're at $30. Ouch. Okay, we're moving $94 worth of US dollar coin over to the Polygon network. We'll hit continue. We'll confirm the $24. We'll sign this in MetaMask. Actually, it says 28. Ouch. But that's just an estimate. Let's see what we end up with. You guys are like, what? Is he crazy? It would probably be better to have an on-ramp on the Polygon network, right? If we had a way to, on Coinbase to switch, to withdraw to the Polygon network, right? Instead of having to pay the Ethereum fees. Now, there are some cryptocurrency exchanges like that. Like I know for Crypto.com and Binance and even Binance US, they give you choices as to which type of network you'd like to withdraw to help you save fees. Now, I know that some people have gotten burned by that, by thinking that, it's the cheapest one is Binance Smart Chain, so I'll use that. And then they send Ethereum to an Ethereum wallet trying to use Binance Smart Chain, and it disappears because they use the wrong protocol. Yes, it is crazy. You're right. It is crazy. So let's let this guy simmer. And what else are we going to talk about tonight? Let's see. We're going to let that simmer. And once I've made this transaction, I will... we'll move on to some other stuff. Oh, okay. While we're waiting on that, we could do some Ledger Live tips and tricks. All right, so let's go ahead and launch Ledger Live while this is churning away in the background. It won't take that long. Unfortunately, when I'm doing live streams, I can't edit out the wait times like I do on my videos. Okay, so I did a video earlier today about installing Ledger Live on a new machine, right? I get a lot of people asking me stuff about that. Like they'll say, I'd like to install Ledger Live on my wife's computer, you know, because we both have a Ledger. Or I would like to see my Ledger Live wallets on. Oh, okay, something just happened. I just got a confirmation from Metamask. Okay, so the Ethereum side of the transaction is completed now, and now it's moving over to the Polygon side. So we're going to end up with the 93 US dollar coin in our Polygon wallet. But you remember, of course, it's cost us $6 to move it from Coinbase to our own wallet, right? And then it also cost us another like 24 in Ethereum fees to move the US dollar coin, which is an ERC20 token, out of the MetaMask wallet over to Polygon, right? So we're paying a lot of fees on the Ethereum network. That's why there's Polygon and Solana and all these new networks, because the Ethereum network is horrible for fees, right? You get mugged every time you move or trade on the Ethereum network. But it's the big boy. That's where everybody's at. That's where all the NFTs are. You know, it's like the hot club, right? You got to pay to get in. Whatever the analogy you want to use, right? All right, so back to Ledger Live. We were, if you want to install Ledger Live on a different machine, like say you want to put it on your laptop, or your machine crashes and you need to reinstall Ledger Live cold on a brand new hard drive or whatever, a lot of people get confused about where are all my wallets? Where are all my accounts? I get a lot of people, and they'll say, I installed Ledger Live, I connected my device, and all my crypto's gone. Usually what that means is that they haven't added the accounts, right? They have a clean copy of Ledger Live, and they need to add accounts, right? So adding the account is not a big deal. You just connect your device and go over to the account section and say, add account, right? And you choose the crypto and you connect your device, and it'll scan for any wallets that you have on your device. So it's pretty straightforward, pretty easy. But it can be gut-wrenching when you're dealing with large amounts of crypto. Like, I mean, if you had like 20 grand worth of Bitcoin and your computer crashed and you're like, oh my God, where's my Bitcoin? You know, where's that 20 grand that I just, my hard-earned money that I used to buy Bitcoin? Is it gone? And so, but a lot of people think it's in Ledger Live. It's not in Ledger Live. It's on the blockchain, and your Ledger device remembers the wallets that you created that are on the blockchain and allows you access to those wallets. So you might want to check out that video when you have a chance, if you're curious about that kind of stuff. I just uploaded this today, so you guys might want to check it out. It's a good kind of tutorial on how wallets work and how blockchain works, and specifically how Ledger Live works and how the Ledger device works. But while I was doing that, I played around with some of the settings, because when you install Ledger Live Clean now, it doesn't force you to create a password. And so I was kind of concerned about that, because it used to force you to create a password in Ledger Live. But I think what was happening was that there were too many people getting confused about their PIN on their device and their password in Ledger Live. And they were hearing all these horror stories about people that were forgetting their passwords and losing access to their crypto. It's not really like that with Ledger Live. Ledger Live is just an interface so that you can see the blockchain and the balances, right? It doesn't really hold the crypto. So, but you want to put a password on Ledger Live just to block access to this software from anybody that happens to sit down in front of your computer, right? But if you forget that password, you can always reinstall Ledger Live. You haven't lost your crypto, right? The only way you can lose your crypto is if you lose your 24-word recovery phrase and your device gets lost or stolen or damaged, right? So as long as you've got your 24-word recovery phrase safe and sound, written down, stored in a safe place, maybe multiple places, like one at home, one in your safe deposit box, or one at your mom's house or your grandma's house or whatever. So, you know, for in case of fires or floods or whatever, then you're okay, right? Everything depends on that 24-word recovery phrase. But if you go into the settings of Ledger Live, they have a password lock right here, right? You can turn it off and on. So by default, when you install Ledger Live, that's my son playing with a balloon over there. Was that Uranus? Alex?
What?
Was that Uranus?
No.
Oh, okay, good. He got a balloon earlier and named it Uranus because it was blue, like Uranus. Okay, so notice now when I toggle password lock off, I can quit Ledger Live and relaunch it without a password. That's a little bit insecure, just because I don't want anybody coming in here and sitting down and opening up Ledger Live, right? So you can just go to the settings and just toggle password lock back on. Now you create a new password. It doesn't matter what the old password was. It doesn't matter what your PIN was on your device. It's not related at all to the PIN on the Ledger device, right? It's simply the password that allows you to set a password so that when you launch Ledger Live, it asks for a password, right? I'm not sure why Ledger stopped making that a default. Now, I will say that just being able to log into Ledger Live does not allow anyone access to the crypto, right? They can see it, but they can't move it or anything, right? The only way you can move crypto is by signing a transaction with the device. So you would need the device, you would need to know the PIN of the device in order to actually do anything with this crypto, right? But it does, you know, compromise your privacy a little bit when people can see your balances, right? So better to have a password lock on that, right? Another thing that is kind of irritating in Ledger Live is the auto lock, which is the default is 10 minutes. So if I were here talking to you about Ledger Live and then I was over here checking on my Metamask and then I came back to Ledger Live, it would ask me to re-enter the password every 10 minutes, and that's kind of a pain, right? So the best thing for me is you can turn it off completely so that it never asks you for the password while you're using it, only when you first launch it. Or you can just set it to 1 hour, which is probably okay. You're probably going to finish what you're doing within the hour, and it won't matter, right? And if you leave the computer and you have to run out somewhere after, you know, within the hour, it'll lock up, which is fine too. I don't mind that. Right? And then you've got theme control over here. We got light, dusk, and dark theme. All this stuff is in the settings up here under general, right? Another cool thing you can do in the settings is go to the about and check the latest, what version you're running. Make sure you're running the latest version. You can even check what the release notes are for the latest version that you're running, right? And I guess that's pretty much it at the moment. And like I said, you can manage accounts here in the account interface. And you can connect your device and choose add account to add new accounts that you already have. And then you can also manage other devices in the same copy of Ledger Live. And you can see I've got an Ethereum account that's connected to my Ledger Nano S, a different device, wherever it is. I don't know what I did with that thing. I think this is it, right? Ledger device. All right. And so let's see what's going on. Let's see where we are with our Solana, not our Solana, our Polygon, right? Boom, done. Okay, so we did that. And now we can go over to our, let's go back to the wallet. And now we should see, let's refresh this puppy here. Oh, we need to switch Metamask over to the Matic network, right? The Polygon network. There's that US dollar coin, right? It was 93 something and there was a little bit in there already, I think. So it's now we have it here in this wallet, right? So we can go to a Polygon DEX, like say SushiSwap, and buy Polygon-based coins, right? So that might be good right now. There might be a hot Polygon coin that we might want to get our hands on. And now we've just funded our wallet, right? So we can trade. This is kind of a microcosm. I don't know. It's just an example. There's not a lot you can buy for $94, but $94 isn't anything to sneeze at either. But like, for example, we can go to Sushi. Let's go to SushiSwap. Right? And if you'll notice, right, our MetaMask wallet is set to the Matic network. So in SushiSwap, when we hit Enter App, it knows that, right? It's like, oh yeah, you're on the Matic network, right? And it has my Matic balance there, and then I can switch down to my US dollar coin, right? And use that to make purchases, right? There's the 94. I'm not really crazy about the way that it shows balances. It's kind of dim, right? So let's see. Let's select a token. And let's say we want a little more. Let's see. What were those other coins I had? It doesn't see them. But of course, we would never just willy-nilly buy things without doing any research. And then notice I got Chainlink here. That's a pegged token. This is a pegged token that's pegged to the actual link, Chainlink on the Ethereum network, right? So if we wanted to buy some link on the Polygon network, now that we've got the money in here, right? We had to spend like $28 just to get it here. But let's say we did more than that, right? We did like $500 or $1,000 or whatever. We would have the more you transfer, kind of the less the percentage of fees are that you pay, right? So we could have probably transferred $1,000 for the same $28 in fees into this wallet. But now that it's in this wallet, we're on a platform on the Polygon network where the fees are much, 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 much lower, right? That's our goal, right? To get over to a network like this, right? So that was one cross-chain transfer that we did. All right, so let me see what you guys are asking. I hope you're doing great. Any advice on how to get rid of unwanted scam coins? There comes a time in every man's life. You're talking about like an airdrop scam coin, like Kick Token or whatever. It's best just kind of to ignore them. It's weird because in my, and let me show you a good example. Let's switch our MetaMask back over to Binance Smart Chain. And I wanted to show you that there are some coins in here. If I can find them. This one. This 5,000 Alice. This is not My Neighbor Alice token. This is a clone. And this 28, whatever it is it 28 million alpaca? These are like scam coins. Now, the reason I added them was because I was curious. I saw them in my CoinTracker. Because this wallet is connected to my CoinTracker account, CoinTracker is always sending me alerts when they detect transactions. So my MetaMask doesn't even detect these, and my DEXs really don't detect them. But for some reason, CoinTracker.io does, and it said something like, "Oh, you just received 28,102,000 alpaca," and so I went into my CoinTracker to get the transaction ID so that I could get the contract address of this coin. And I was able to add it into my MetaMask, right? So that I could actually see my balance, right? But when you try to send it anywhere, you get an error message. When you try to trade it, you get an error message. These scam coins can be bought, but they can't be moved or sold. They're scams, right? So best just to ignore it. Now I could, I suppose. I don't know that. How do you do this? I think you could in MetaMask. Let's see here if I can. There, hide alpaca. I don't want to see it anymore. I don't need it. It's a scam. I can just hide it, at least in MetaMask, right? I can get the token back by hitting add token if I have the contract address, but I don't want it, right? Boom, it's gone. So that's one way to get rid of a scam coin. Over in Ledger, you can do the same thing. There's there's controls for turning off certain account. Like, for example, this 2 coin, right? I don't really want to see it. It's just kind of a scam. So where is it? I know that they have it. Oh, they give me the contract address of it. That's kind of cool. 1WO, right? We can go over to accounts here and then hidden tokens. You can hide tokens by going to the parent account and then right-clicking on the token and selecting hide token. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, what was it? This one? Oh, there it is. Okay, so we can, whoops. So we can right-click on a token that we don't really want to see in Ledger Live anymore. So we can right-click and hit hide token, and then it will disappear. It might take it a minute or two, but it will eventually. You might have to exit Ledger Live and go back in, maybe do a sync or whatever, but it will go away. It's not perfect, but then when you go over to accounts again, it'll show you a list of the tokens that are hidden. Right? So that's one way to hide scam ERC20 tokens in Ledger Live. But I'm not sure exactly what scam token you're talking about. Someone just dropped another $5, it looks like. Hey, Dad, check out Home on the Ethereum chain. It's a new real estate coin associated with the Rough Play protocol. It's a really hidden gem. I don't pump coins here. So that's all I'm going to say about it. But I appreciate the $5. Okay, you guys are kind of getting into the area of like pumping stuff, right? Don't like that. Don't want that. How do you get Binance coins out of Trust Wallet and into metals.ie? I don't know what metals.ie is. Don't know what that is, but you can move coins from Trust Wallet pretty easily. Let's take just a quick look at maybe moving. Let's see if I have some BNB in Trust Wallet or not. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Okay, so I do have a little bit of BNB. All right, so let's open up an exchange that accepts BNB. And in the US, of course, that would be Binance US. Binance US. Let's get ourselves logged in. Now, I'm not sure what that platform was you were asking me about, but sending a coin is sending a coin. It's pretty much the same process, no matter where you're sending it, right? It's whatever you need to get an address of where you want to send your coin, and then send it to that address. That's pretty much the idea there. So let's see, where's my BNB? There's going to be some BNB in here somewhere, right? I must have used it all up. Oh, here, BNB. All right, so there's a little bit of BNB in here. All right, let's open up our Trust wallet. All right, now my Trust wallet has some BNB coin in it right now, and I would like to transfer that BNB coin somewhere else. In this case, we'll just use our Binance US. All right. So let's see. Let's get this out of the way for a second. This is the BNB coin. We want to make a deposit. Right. It needs both a memo and an address. BNB coin, when you're putting it on an exchange, the exchange, if the exchange requires both, you need to use both. Right. So I'm going to walk you through that right now. Let's hit continue. Yes, I understand. All right, and this is BEP2, and there's both QR codes for the address and the memo. Right, so let's take a look over here. This coin, BNB, it says coin at the top, but the default coin in Trust Wallet for BNB is the BNB BEP2, right? If it's Binance Smart Chain, it'll say BEP20, right? So we know we got the right coin. At least I do. If you're not sure, try a small amount first. All right. So what I would like to do is transfer some of this BNB over to Binance US. All right. So let's hit the send button, and we want recipient address. Let's tap that little icon and open up our camera, and let's scan the BNB address, right? It starts with a BNB, so we know we got that. Right? Now, down there it says memo. Well, how much do we want? Let's see, the max is 1.7. I'll leave a little bit in there. Let's just do 0.1 just to try it out. And now we need the memo field. So I'm going to tap there where it has I, and notice when I tap that I, there's that little camera icon again. Now, this time I'm scanning from the other side, right? I want to make sure that I scan the memo field and not the address field, right? And there you go, right? I can eyeball these and look, and I can see, okay, the address starts with BNB and ends in GLC, whatever. I'm pretty sure I got that. And then the memo is 100327254, so we're good on that. All right, let's hit done. And then down below there, we'll hit next. Make sure you enter the correct memo. Okay, I'm sure. Let's hit confirm. Off it goes. Boom. There, my Trust wallet said that I just sent 0.1 BNB out. Right? And we should see a Binance US alert that I just sent some BNB in there. Should happen momentarily here. Because I do have the Binance US app on my phone. So that app gives me alerts on my account. Right? There it is. Boom. It has successfully deposited 0.1 BNB in my Binance US account. So let's take a look. Let's go to deposit and withdraw history. We deposited some crypto. BNB 0.1 completed. And there we go. That's how you transfer BNB from your Trust wallet. Now, that thing you were asking me about, I don't know if that's an exchange or some other kind of wallet, but the concept is the same, right? You need well, if it's an exchange, you need an address and a memo, right? You need both, right? Don't just send it with an address with no memo, or you'll lose it. It won't show up on the other end, right? And now you can see that the BNB has risen up in value, right? Because I just put a little more in there, right? It's number 2 in the list now. That's it. Scott Lee. Hello, sir. I received some PEG tokens on my Binance exchange address. Is there any way to recover those tokens into my Trust wallet? Please advise. I don't know what PEG tokens are. You should be able to withdraw them if they're a token. You just saw me deposit. The withdrawal is pretty much the same thing. Ah, come on. What are we doing here? Oh, I know. Price charts. All right, you're talking about PEG, P-E-G. I don't know what that is. There's a lot of PEGs. PEGNet, right? What is this thing? PEGNet.org. Not sure about Trust Wallet, if Trust Wallet is going to support PEG, right? Well, we can check, right? So let's look at Trust Wallet. And let's go up to the main interface here. And then up at the top, there's that little setting in the top right corner. Let's tap that. And let's search for PEG and see if they support it. It doesn't look like they support PEG, right? I don't see it here. I mean, I know it's a token, but it doesn't look like it's supported in Trust Wallet, which is kind of surprising because Trust Wallet is owned by Binance. So they probably support it somehow, but I don't see it here. That would be what you would do to see if you can put a token in Trust Wallet. Is you need to search for it and see if it's supported in Trust Wallet. All right. So let's do some other cool stuff. That's some other cool stuff planned. Let's see what we got going on over here. Boop-a-deep-boop-ba. Oh, we need to go back over here so that I can remember what the heck I was planning on doing, right? We did talk about Ledger Live. Okay, we want to purchase a little bit of Solana and put it in our own Solana wallet. So let's use Coinbase because I can buy Solana on Coinbase. Let's buy. Whoops, connection trouble. Oh, I need to log in. Coinbase has a bad habit of logging you out if you're inactive for a couple of minutes. I don't know if you just call it a bad habit. It's just, I guess it's security. I find it a little bit irritating. 783575. Let's get ourselves back into our Coinbase account. All right, and this time we're going to do Solana. Let's over here and buy, sell. Well, instead of Bitcoin, we're gonna do Sol. There it is. It's pretty high up in the list because Sol's doing pretty good lately. Let's buy $100 worth of Sol with our Chase Bank. All right. Okay. They're gonna charge us $2.99 merchant fee to make the purchase. See, remember with US dollar coin, they didn't charge me anything to buy it. They just mugged me when I tried to withdraw it. Right. All right, so I just got an alert on my phone that this was done. Let's do this. All right, now there's a couple of different Solana wallets that we can use. There it is. I've got $97 worth of Solana. I'll go ahead and use the Solflare wallet, but you can also use Phantom. But as a matter of fact, I can show you Phantom can also interface with your Ledger device. So let's go ahead and get the Ledger connected so that I can show you how you manage Solana with a Ledger. And by the way, Solana is not supported in Ledger Live, right? So we have to use this third-party wallet to do it. And should I throw up my hands and go, damn it, why can't Solana be in Ledger Live? And screw all this, I'm going to, put my money in like Tesla stock or whatever. You're fine if you want to do that. If you don't, if you're upset that Ledger Live doesn't support the latest, greatest cryptos that you're after. But my philosophy is if you want it, figure out how to get your hands on it, right? Don't get all upset because you can't see it in Ledger Live. All right. It's just me. All right, so I've just entered my PIN. And I'm going to turn on this secondary camera here and zoom in so that you can see. Right. I want you to see me holding this device, and I want you to be able to see the close-up of the device. All right. If I can do that. I don't know if I can do that or not. I think that's kind of a cool situation. All right, so I'm going to go over to the Solana app. Boop, boop, boop. Is that it? Solana, and then I'm going to hit both buttons. Now I'm in the Solana app, right? Actually, I'll just leave that on. I always hate doing this because my arm gets tired holding it up, but that's okay. I'll do it for you guys. Let's go over to cryptocurrencies and Solflare. I want to access a wallet. So I'm going to click Access Wallet, and it gives me some choices. I'm not going to use mnemonic or key store, right? They're okay, but the private key is being stored on the computer somewhere or written down on your piece of paper or whatever. But entering a mnemonic in a hot wallet is a little, a little risky, right? The best way is to connect your ledger and manage your Solana in a ledger-based wallet, right? All I needed to do was install the Solana app on my device, right? And when I did that, it created several Solana wallets that the private keys are on this device, right? Solana is on the blockchain, right? But I have an address on the Solana blockchain contained in this wallet. And so let's hit continue here. Because it's possible to have multiple wallets linked to one mnemonic using different derivation paths. If you can't see your account in the list to the left, try changing the derivation path, right? As basically what they're telling you is that this particular device can hold multiple Solana addresses. So if you don't see your Solana in this list, then it might be in one of these others, right? But I can see my balances here, right? So as you can see, I'm managing 2 wallets, right? I can skip this. I don't really care because my Solana is protected by my device and my PIN. If you want to add this, you might forget it and then have an issue later. But if you're super secure, you could also put a password on this wallet as well. I'm not sure if you would lose access to the crypto if you put a password on it. I think you don't. It doesn't really matter because you could always log out of the wallet and re-log in with your device. Right? I'm just going to skip this part. And there it is. There's my wallet. There's my balance, right? And all of this is being done with my private key being stored on the ledger, right? The ledger is like the car keys that start the car or the key that opens the safe deposit box where I've got my stocks and bonds and gold stored, right? You think of it like that, right? I don't carry all my gold around in my pocket every day. I keep it at a safe deposit box at a bank, right? I don't carry Bitcoin around in my pocket, right? It's out there on the blockchain, safe and secure, in a wallet address that is protected by high-end cryptography, right? Mathematical, and it's weightless, right? So it's better than like storing gold in a box, right? Who knows, man? Maybe when the hurricane hits or whatever, and I run down to the bank, they're already closed or they lost power, right? Bitcoin will always be out there on the blockchain. We can make the same argument about the hurricane knocking out the power, but we won't go there, right? All right, so let's move the Solana into this wallet. How am I going to do that? There's an address right there for Solana. Let's just copy that into our clipboard. Let's go over to our Coinbase account. And I'm going to send it all. And I'm going to paste in the address of my Solana wallet. And let's see how much they charge me to move this Solana. All right. Whoops. What? What's that? What? Let's try this again. All right, there's the address. There's the send all. Let's hit continue. What? Oh, okay. They got a minimum withdrawal amount, right? How much do I have? 0.98. All right, so let's buy a little more. I think I ran into this last week. I'm going to turn this camera off because I'm tired of holding this ledger up. Right? We don't really need it anymore because we've already we have access to the address right now over here. Okay, so I don't know. I need to buy a little more Solana, right? Let's go here, buy, sell. Let's okay. They're gonna let me buy Solana because I'm in the Solana portfolio at the moment, right? So let's just buy another 50. All right, let's go hog wild tonight. Let's hit buy now. Alrighty. That was weird. It just, for a second there, it just said arrives on Saturday or something like that. All right, done. I think it's in there now, right? Now how much do we have? I think we have enough, right? 1.4 now. Okay, so let's go through the motions again. Copy the address in our clipboard. Go back over to Coinbase. Do a send all. Let's paste in that address of our Solana wallet. Let's hit continue. Come on now. Continue. What are you doing to me? Why are you not? Wow. Okay. That's bizarro. All right, just give me a second here. Collect my thoughts. Was it 1.1? What was that? It was 1.1 something, right? Why is it not allowing me to? Why is that button not functioning? That was really weird. Okay, let's try again. All right, let's send all. Solana address. Continue. Okay, there we go. Now they're charging me 0.0005 whatever sol, which is not much. Come on. And I better hurry before that thing expires. All right, that's nothing. That's like way less than a cent. All right, so let's hit send now. And we need our two-factor for Coinbase. There we go. And off it goes. Boom. 1.7. 1.47, right? And it's already in the wallet, right? So I bought it on Coinbase. There was a merchant charge. And then I withdrew it from Coinbase for a very small charge, right? So this is the beauty of chains like Solana, because if I can buy Solana on Coinbase and withdraw it on the Solana network without having to convert it from ERC20 or whatever, right? It's native Polygon on the Coinbase. I can withdraw it very cheap, right? Coinbase doesn't care because it's not costing them much either, right? They're like, okay, we'll charge you, a thousandth of a cent, right? They gotta charge something, right? Now I've bought the Solana and I've transferred it into my own wallet, and I've invested in my future, right? I'm not too worried about those small merchant charges, but as you saw earlier, we got mugged on the Ethereum network. I keep going blurry. All right. Address is in the wrong box. Did I put it in the wrong box? I don't know what I did. I was like slipping off. Did I put it in the note? That would have been weird. No, I think it got in there. Maybe I think I slipped off something. Okay, so we got it though. It worked. Wow, that was fast. Yes, they hold the gold. They don't have the hire a transfer company moved from another bank. LOL. Fast and cheap. Yeah, I like Solana. It's pretty good. No wonder it's up, right? And we bought some Solana a couple weeks back too on the live stream. It was doing pretty well. Right? Solana's like 97.54 right now. So probably not the best time to buy Solana. But I was watching Crypto Lark this morning. Great YouTuber, Crypto Lark. And he was saying one of the main mistakes an early crypto investor will make is that they think they're too late. And so they don't jump in, and then the coin just continues to go. Right? Now, there's a lot of caveats to that, right? If the coin is like up 1,000%, maybe it's not the best time to buy it because it probably is going to pull back a little bit. But if it's slowly going up over time, and you're just like, it's too late to buy, uh, maybe you just dollar cost average, right? Just go ahead and buy $100 worth of it, and just whatever you can afford over time, right? But yeah, I mean, I'm buying Solana now. It's at an all-time high when I'm buying it right now. So it's probably going to go back down over the next week or two. Right? It's probably going to pull back. But, you know, if you're for the long term, you're not worried about the week to week, month to month timing of your buys, right? I just worked with a friend of mine. We've been working together. You know, I'm helping her with crypto for several years now, and she was buying Bitcoin over time. And you know, we were sharing, and she was like, "I bought some Bitcoin when it was like $7,000, right?" So we were discussing whether she should take some profits or hold or whatever. And she was like, "I have some Bitcoin that I bought when it was 7,000." And I remember back in 2019, people were saying, "Should I wait for Bitcoin to go down before I buy it? Because it seems high right now." And I think it was around 6,000 or 7,000 then. And I said, I don't know, if I can get Bitcoin less than 10,000, I think that's a bargain, right? And time has shown that that was probably that there was never really a bad time to buy Bitcoin back in 2019, right? So I'm not telling you to mortgage the house and buy Solana. I'm just giving you some rules that you can go by, right? But in general, I would say maybe it's not the greatest time for me to be buying Solana, right? Maybe I should be looking for something that's down a little bit if I'm going to, be smarter about the trades. But long run wise, I don't care. Okay, so what else did I want to do for you guys? Let's see, it's only 7:30. We're making pretty good time. We wanted to do a little Cardano, right? So let's see where my Daedalus wallet is. Okay, Daedalus is doing good. All right. And then we talked earlier about, okay, you can't manage Cardano in your Ledger Live. Okay, too bad. But we can manage it in the Daedalus wallet. And the Daedalus wallet is nothing to sneeze at, right? It's the wallet that is designed by the Cardano team. So if I were, interested in Cardano, I would prefer to use the wallet that's designed by the Cardano team, right? And you can create standalone wallets. So if I hit add wallet, I can create a Cardano wallet with a backup phrase. And the private key will be stored on my computer. But I can also pair it to a hardware device. And that's what I've done with these wallets over here, right? As you can see, I've got this Ledger Nano X wallet, and it has some Cardano in it. Why don't we put a little more Cardano in there just for fun, right? And notice there that little icon says, "Oh, this is a ledger-based wallet. The private keys for this wallet are on the ledger," right? So if someone sits down at this computer, opens up my Daedalus wallet, and sees this Cardano and says, "I'm going to transfer this Cardano into my own wallet," they're going to be out of luck, right? Because they need the device, right? Right? They have to find the device. They'd have to find me, right? And I'd have to give them the PIN, right? So there's a lot of security between my Cardano and the access, right? You can open up the wallet and see it, but you need the device to authorize outgoing transactions. But sending into it, no big deal, right? It's easy to send Cardano into this wallet. I don't need to have the device attached even to send Cardano into the wallet. All I need to do is go over here to receive and get myself a nice fresh Cardano address, right? Why do they have so many addresses? Because if I use a different address each time I transfer into this wallet, then the Cardano blockchain won't show my whole balance, right? They'll just be split up, right? Increases your privacy, right? So that people can't look at your transaction and see your whole address. I, of course, am revealing my balance to the entire world, but for it makes sense to just use a new address each time. And you can toggle this on and off, right? So you can see there's a bunch of dim addresses here, right, that I've already used. But if I turn this off, it only shows me the new addresses, right? So let's hit share. And I'm going to copy this address into my clipboard. By the way, please don't send me Cardano on this address. Don't lift up your phone and scan this QR code, right? I don't want you to do that. But now that I have that address, I'm just going to keep this open so that I can just confirm what I'm doing. So let's go back over to Coinbase. Whoops. Damn it. Let's go back over to Coinbase. Ugh. And where are we here? All right. Let's buy a little Cardano. Let's buy $100 worth of Cardano. Right? Yeah, let's buy $100 worth of Cardano with our bank account. I got charged $3 for that. We'll continue there. Okay, I just got an alert that says that was successful. All right. Now let's send it all. Let's paste in the Cardano address of our Daedalus wallet, which is being managed by our Ledger device. Let's hit continue. They're going to charge me 0.18. That's a standard Cardano fee. So that's like 20, 30 cents, whatever. That's pretty standard on the Cardano blockchain. It's a flat fee. So you could do, 100 or 1,000 Cardano for that fee. I'm pretty sure. Let's hit send now. Let's put in our two-factor for this. Let's see here. Coinbase. Okay. Let's hit confirm. And done. All right, it says it's going to take 5 minutes. I don't know about that. We can refresh here, and we'll be able to see a pending outgoing. Says less than 5 minutes. Let's go back over to, now we can dismiss this. I should have actually eyeballed it at the end just to confirm, like when I was in Coinbase. But I still can, right? I can still click here and see that address. VYN8, and then look at it in Daedalus, VYN8, right? It's the same. It's the right address. So, they actually, I could have actually confirmed the address on my device. It's not necessary, but it's possible. Let's see. I need to be in the Cardano app to do that, though. Okay. Let's turn this camera back on here. This is simply to verify the receiving address, and it's really too late to be doing that, but I just want to show you how that works. Right, there's Cardano, because it's asking me to verify the address. Connect the Ledger device to enter your PIN to unlock it, which I've done. Is it going to do it? I don't know if it's even going to do it. Maybe. Because I'm just doing a, nah, it's not going to do it. It's not that big of a deal. I'm confident that this is a valid address, right? So I'll just bypass that. But you do need to do that connection bit when you're sending out, right? Let's go back over to summary. Did we just get some? Yeah, there it is, 33. It's worth $600 worth of ADA. It's not bad, right? There's another one. It just kind of keeps going up. All right, so I'll just turn this camera off. It doesn't really matter, right? It didn't really matter because the Cardano wallet, the Daedalus wallet remembers the address of your hardware device. So I really don't need to have it connected to do that receive, right? You saw I was able to generate the address without actually confirming on the device. But you can do that confirmation just to be, super safe, to make sure. All right, so we did some Solana, we did some Cardano, and then, whoops, I wanted to do some other stuff, but let me see what you guys are asking, if anything. Do I normally use Coinbase Pro instead of Coinbase? Yes, I usually use Coinbase Pro. The only reason I'm using Coinbase proper tonight with those merchant fees is because I can immediately withdraw after I buy. On Coinbase Pro, I can use my bank account to buy Cardano or Solana or whatever, but they make me wait like 6 days for the withdrawal. And the point of this exercise for you guys is to see me buy it and then transfer it somewhere else to my own wallet. Where in order to do that, I have to use Coinbase and pay those extra merchant fees because of that convenience factor. But personally, it's better to use Coinbase Pro because you don't get those merchant fees when you make purchases. They mug you on the trading fees, but they will allow you to buy cryptocurrency relatively cheap, cheaper than Coinbase, right? Coinbase Pro. When you buy on Coinbase Pro, you don't pay as high a merchant fee. And you can use your bank account. But for some reason, they make you wait like 6 days to 7 days or whatever before you can withdraw, right? And that's all well and good, right? It's not going anywhere. It's still gonna, if it goes up in value, it goes up in value. If it goes down in value, it goes down in value, right? It's be on Coinbase. I just have to wait a week before I can actually make the withdraw transfer. And I'm here tonight to show you how to do the transfer. That's why I'm using Coinbase, right? But yes, in real life, you would use Coinbase Pro. It's cheaper, right? We can save a little. We can save a little, right? All right, what else did I want to do tonight? Oh, we were going to play around with My Neighbor Alice, right? So we can buy My Neighbor Alice on boop-a-dee-boop, MT, thank you. When I get a new public address for BTC, do I have to change my allow listing? Depends on what you're using, but when you use Ledger Live and most Bitcoin wallets, pardon me, like Ledger, right? If I want to send some Bitcoin into this wallet, it's going to generate a brand new Bitcoin address every time. And this increases your privacy, right? Because if you buy some Bitcoin from somebody like Coinbase or whatever, that receiving address, if you use the same receiving address every single time, that receiving address will have a whole bunch of transactions on it and pretty much will be able to see your current balance, right? So you want to use a new receiving address each time. So if you're using Crypto.com or Gemini, I know, makes you whitelist addresses, or what is the term you like? Allow listing. You would need to create a new allow listing for each new address. But having said that, you can, if you have an allow listing wherever you have it, like it's on Gemini or whatever, and you have a Bitcoin wallet like this one, you can always use the same address, right? You don't have to create new addresses each time, right? Every time you use Ledger Live to create a receiving address, it's going to generate a new one if you've already received Bitcoin on the old one. But there's nothing stopping the wallet from receiving the Bitcoin using a previous address, right, over and over again, right? So I could have one address that I always send to this wallet, and it'll always end up in the wallet. Even though the wallet is going to generate brand new receiving addresses each time, each receiving address can be used over and over again if you want to, right? So for like those allow lists, and like you're making like purchasing $50 worth of Bitcoin every month, and then you're automatically, you just want to transfer it each time, it will get cumbersome to have 12 allow addresses every year, right? So it might make sense to just use the same address to send to the same Bitcoin wallet from an exchange. All right. But if you want to like stay with the philosophy of the Bitcoin wallet that generates a brand new address each time, then you will need to like create new allow addresses or new whitelisted addresses. Yeah. Okay, so I wanted to show you crypto.com real quick. And just kind of show you that in crypto.com you can purchase a token called My Neighbor Alice. If we go to trade here and buy, we got My Neighbor Alice up there, and I can buy $100 worth of My Neighbor Alice using my debit card. I have to pay a fee to use my debit card. All right, so it's going to cost me $3 to buy $100 worth of Alice. Okay, let's see if it allows me to do that. Okay, I got it. All right, so now if we go over to accounts, you can see that I've got some Alice in there, right? Unfortunately, I cannot withdraw the Alice from my crypto.com account yet, right? They haven't added that functionality. When they add new coins, it takes them a while to actually allow deposits and withdrawals, right? But at least you can get your hands on it, right? If you want to get in early. So that's one nice thing about crypto.com. The app is available in lots of U.S. states, and I know it's not available in every U.S. state. But it is a great platform for buying and selling cryptocurrencies and swapping and staking and all kinds of cool stuff. In addition to that, it also has a lot of like new coins that you can't get on Coinbase, right? I can't buy My Neighbor Alice on Coinbase yet, right? But I can buy it on crypto.com, and I'll just leave it in crypto.com until they allow withdrawals, right? It was like that when they first offered Cardano, right? You could buy Cardano on crypto.com like in 2018, but you couldn't withdraw it, right? You had to wait a while for that functionality to be added. But now you can. Now you can buy ADA on crypto.com, and I don't know what the heck's going on over here. But you can buy ADA on crypto.com and withdraw it to your own wallet now. Most of the cryptos you can do that. But on some of the new ones like Alice, you can only buy it, or you can sell it too if you want it, right? So if you're like the trading guy that's like, oh my God, the price is up, yeah, then sell it if you want, rather than just kind of hang on to it, right? But let's take a look at My Neighbor Alice. What the heck am I talking about? What is My Neighbor Alice? First of all, let's go over and let's do some DeFi stuff, right? So first of all, let's go over to the Binance Smart Chain. We're here, and you can see that I have some Alice here already. Now this is Binance Smart Chain based Alice, right? There's two types. I believe you can get Alice on the Ethereum network, but I really wouldn't want to do that because of all those high fees, right? I'd rather buy my Alice in a Binance Smart Chain wallet, right? So let's go over to a cool exchange called PancakeSwap. All right, so let's take a look at PancakeSwap here. And I'm connected to that same wallet we've been using all night, right? The one that's got 0.9 BNB in it, and it has some BSC, it's got some WIN, it's got some SHIB and some REEF, it's got all kinds of cool stuff in it. But let's see, I don't think it has any Ethereum in there. Bitrue to Nano X, please. I don't know about Bitrue. I want to finish what I'm talking about here with Alice. So I don't really have anything available to buy any Alice at the moment. I could maybe spend a little bit of this REEF if I wanted to buy some Alice. or I could just do an example, right? So first of all, let's see, well, how much is this reef worth? Let's check it by lining up a trade for Binance US dollar. So if I hit max here, how much is this reef worth? All right, like 600 bucks, right? So let's say I wanted to put a lot less. All right, so for like, let's do 25, right? All right, so $2,500 of this reef is worth about 60 bucks US dollar, right? So if I wanted to just switch this to Alice, right, I can spend 25 reef to buy Alice, right? I would have to enable reef for trading, right? Because I've only bought it so far. But I could do that and then buy Alice and have it in my own wallet, right? So this is a decentralized exchange based on the Binance Smart Chain. And, you know, as I mentioned, we're using Metamask to manage this wallet, but we can make trades in PancakeSwap. Right? But what I'd like to show you is a little bit more about what My Neighbor Alice is. And My Neighbor Alice is a game, of all things, right? It's one of these pay-to-play games. But right now, it's not functional, right? You can't actually play the game yet. The game won't be out until like 2022, like spring of 2022, right? But there's a lot of excitement around the token itself. So Alice is up, right? Alice is... I'm sorry. Let's look at this. Alice is like 21 bucks right now. It's up, right? It's doing pretty well. So, but what can I do with Alice right now? Well, if I go over here to this lottery, you can see that it's connected to this wallet right now, and that I've got 200 Alice that is being staked right now. Now, this is the Alice staking interface, right? Right now, I'm staking Alice in their interface, right? They call it a lottery, right? But the lottery they just want me to stake it. It doesn't disappear. I'm not spending it. I'm just storing it with them in a smart contract, and they're by virtue of doing that, it aids them, right? It allows them more leverage and whatever on their network when people stake their coins with them, right? And in return, they're giving me these lottery tickets. I might win like a game, something in the game, like some real estate in the game, by doing this. And the only reason I'm doing this is because I want to get in early, right? They've had 2 lotteries and I haven't won anything yet, right? But I can always withdraw my Alice if I want to. Notice that there's 2 different wallets here, right? I can switch wallets. If I go to Metamask, right? And we switch wallets over to, I think it's this guy, BSC main. There's no Alice in here because it's all being staked. Notice this wallet is now active, right? It's this one, 041C, right? 041C. So I could withdraw all of the Alice that I have staked in there if I wanted to, but I'm not doing anything. I'm not planning on selling it anytime soon. So I'll just leave it staked in there. Right? I also have some of this CRH being staked in there, which is a little more complicated, but suffice to say, right? And so if we switch wallets, we could switch our MetaMask wallet back to this new BSC, go back over here, and then notice that the focus is now on this wallet, right? I could withdraw tokens, right? I could withdraw that 200 Alice if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. Or I could deposit more. If you remember, I had 159 wallet Alice available to like put in there if I wanted to add more to the staking. I'm gonna leave this liquid, right? But notice here what I'm doing, right? I'm interfacing with my MetaMask wallet using this platform Alice, right? And so I basically have connected my Alice wallet, like right here, right? I could disconnect or reconnect, all in their interface, right? So this is kind of a new paradigm, right? It's a internet-based, blockchain-based game that I can play, very similar to Animal Crossing, if you're familiar with Animal Crossing, which I'm not. But it's like a game where you, like, I don't know, start a farm or, get a plot of land and a virtual place and, build a barn or plant crops and raise animals or whatever you do, right? But in My Neighbor Alice, they've taken that concept, and not only can you play the game using these real world tokens that have value, but you can actually earn real money by playing the game, like Axie Infinity. So this is the hot thing in the crypto space right now, are these play to pay, right? You're playing the game to get paid, right? If you're lucky, right? Or if you're good, right? Otherwise, it's kind of a gamble, right? So not for the faint of heart, because you're playing a game for real money, right? This is where the evolution of blockchain has taken us, right? When we first started with blockchain, we were on Bitcoin. We're like, okay, what is it? Well, it's blockchain based, and I can move value back and forth. And it was like, so what? What else? What else can you do? Well, then Ethereum came out, and so now we're building applications on the blockchain for smart contracts, and we can create tokens, sub tokens that are like new projects, right? That was 2017, right? Now we've moved on from that, right? Now we're using smart contracts to buy, sell, lend, stake, and farm, right? We're actually earning money in these decentralized platforms using smart contracts, right? We're doing the things that the banks aren't providing for us anymore, right? Because used to be when I was a kid, you'd open up a savings account, right? And then you'd put like 100 in there, that your grandma gave you for your birthday, and then it would grow, right, over time. And when you were like old enough to like need the money or whatever, when you were 18, that savings account would have like multiplied. But it's not like that anymore, right? You're lucky if the bank, if you still have any money in the bank by the time you turn 18, right? Because all those bank fees are going to eat it up. Negative interest rates, all that stuff. Savings account, what is it, like 0.5% interest you get on your savings accounts these days in banks, right? But you can go on these DeFi platforms where you can lend crypto and earn interest. You can stake and farm and like make real money, right? But not in dollars, right? In the currency itself, right? So let's take a look at that. Let's go over to Bunny. Let's see, I'm in Binance Smart Chain, so I'm going to go over to Bunny real quick. Let's see here if I can get over there. Let's go over to Bunny. And I want you to take a look at a new farm that I'm in right now. Now, these are risky. I'm not telling you to jump into this kind of stuff because it's risky. So, we can jump into this is a liquidity pool pair, right? So a liquidity pool is when I buy an equal amount of QBT, which is the coin du jour, right? And an equal amount of BNB, and then I put it in a liquidity pool, and then I farm it to earn rewards, right? Right now, you can see I've earned 37. All right. And the APR is 1,100, right? I'm sorry, 1,153% per year, right? So in order to realize that 1,000% gain, you would need to leave it in there for the whole year. But you could leave it in there, and it's not going to last for a year, right? It's a limited thing. It's only going to last like till September. I don't remember where they said it, but it's a limited time, right? So I jumped into this, but it's risky, right? If the coin fluctuates wildly, I could suffer impermanent loss, and this $850 that I dropped in there could go down to like 600 or 500 or 400, right? So it's not a given that it's going to make this return here is in QBT coin. So what if the price of QBT coin tanks? Then that 1,000% return isn't going to do me much good, right? But let's go ahead and harvest a little bit. Let's hit claim. Notice we sign this with our Metamask wallet. We wait a couple minutes, and the QBT goes into our wallet. There, it's confirmed, right? Now, how do I see that, right? I can click this little link here. It'll take me over to QBT, and it should show me how much I have. Oh, if I click this, right? So, like, I got 106 QBT, right? And QBT is only worth, like, almost shy of 50 cents. So, I mean, it's not, like, I'm not a millionaire or anything, but this token might grow in the future. It's an investment in the future. Hello, Mr. Rex Knisley, right? And this is their site. As you can see, it's one of those sites where you can lend your crypto, stake and lending. It's a lending platform. So it's basically a bank, but a decentralized bank that depends. It's a trustless, decentralized bank that depends on smart contracts, right? There's always risks involved in that kind of stuff, but this is the new paradigm, right? We're in a new business model that actually gives you some returns for participating. Whereas bank is, we're there to serve them now, right? We're paying them for the privilege of them holding our money, right? And making it easy for us to, flash our debit card around when we're at the mall, right? The bank holds our money on our behalf, and makes it convenient for us so we don't have to lug around, bags of cash when we go shopping, right? We're paying for the privilege, right? But the banks are being undermined with this new technology, which is cryptocurrency. I can carry around crypto on my phone. I mean, I don't need a bank, right? I just have to wait for the store to accept various cryptocurrency payments, but that's not too far off, right? And we shall see, right? And in the meantime, we've got these industries that are being built on this new decentralized blockchain, trustless peer-to-peer protocols, right? First, it was just Bitcoin. I can move Bitcoin back and forth. Then it was smart contracts, right? Now it's DeFi and, decentralized finances. And now we're into NFTs, right? People are buying and selling NFTs on the blockchain. And now we've built another layer on top, which is the DeFi gaming industry, where you can play games and earn tokens and NFTs, and it's just everything's going nuts. Okay, so Noreen is asking me about staking. Oh, Noreen's dot. Okay, Noreen's still here. Okay, Noreen, let me do this dot thing for you real quick. So they were saying, okay. You've got some dot, and you said that you still have your mnemonic phrase. Okay? And then I gave you a link to this article here about using an existing mnemonic seed to restore an account. It's not, the interface doesn't look like this exactly anymore, but if we go over here to Polkadot, we can choose Add Account, and we're going to create a brand new account. Notice they're giving us a mnemonic seed. But you said you already had a seed, right? So I'm going to go over to my text editor, and I have a different seed already. Unfortunately, it doesn't have anything in it, so I can't really... I should have, if I'd have had time, I might have thrown a little dot in there, but I didn't have time to do that. But I'm going to take this mnemonic seed and delete it, right? And then I'm going to add my mnemonic seed, just like you have your mnemonic seed, right? Now I'm going to say, okay, I have this thing saved. I'm going to hit next. I'm going to create an account, right? I'll call it my wallet or whatever I want to call it. And then I'm going to put the password. I'm going to create a password. Alrighty. And then I'm going to hit next. It's going to show me that. It's going to ask me to save a JSON file, right? Which I'll drop somewhere, right? And there's some coded information in that JSON file. Now I have an account, and if your mnemonic seed actually had DOT in it, then that balance should appear over here. I'm not sure exactly what your problem was, but it sounded like you were trying to stake DOT and you ran into some issues with withdrawing it or somehow getting access to it. You can stake DOT in this platform here, although it's a little complicated and tricky, and you're not supposed to stake all of your DOT with one validator. You should spread your DOT across like several validators, like 10 validators. So it's not for the faint of heart, right? The same with Solana staking. You're not supposed to just stake it all with one validator, right? So you have to like go do some research and figure out who the good validators are, and stake your DOT or Solana with them. So it's not for the newbies. It's not for the faint of heart. A lot of times, for me, I just buy and hold, right? Once I get my hands on a crypto, I'll just buy and hold. Although the philosophy that I've been preaching to you tonight is if you've got it, stake it, right? You should always stay. If you're just sitting there holding it, then you should probably be staking it. But if you're going to stake, Cardano is probably the easiest and most convenient way to stake, right? Because there's no unbonding period, right? You can, if I've got this wallet staked, and I do, I can withdraw this Cardano instantly anytime. Right? And I don't really have to worry about spreading it across different validators. I can do that if I want to, but as you can see, I found a validator that was a little bit, has a low saturation. So I can just leave it in there for a while. Although it may be best practice to use more than one, but I don't believe you can spread them within one wallet, right? I think if you wanted to spread it, you could do multiple wallets, right? But maybe we're getting a little too advanced here for most people, right? So my advice on DOT staking, what I did was I just deposited it in my Kraken account because Kraken pays like 12% on DOT. No hassle, right? The only drawback is I'm trusting Kraken with my DOT, right? But to me, it's the pitfalls of staking DOT are many, right? It's technically challenging. And then I've had issues where I'm staking small amount and I can't get it out because there's not enough in there, and like you have to have a DOT balance, and when you're trying to unstake, like if you're trying to unbond and there's not enough in the account to pay the fees, it won't allow you to do it. So there's all kinds of like pitfalls for people that are new, right? So I kind of shy away from like recommending newcomers to be staking in DOT on the DOT platform. It's complicated, right? I'm sure it'll get easier over time. Same with Solana. Solana's a little tough too. Stake DOT on KuCoin, no minimum. There you go. KuCoin allows you to stake DOT. As I mentioned, Kraken also allows you to stake DOT, right? I think more, but those are centralized, right? You have to remember you're not, it's not in your own wallet anymore. When you put it on KuCoin or you put it on Kraken, it's in their hands. You have to like hope that they'll give it back to you when you ask for it. They most likely will. All right, guys, I'm gonna sign off here. Okay, fearless wallet for DOT staking, maybe 40 minimum. Maybe maybe, like I said, there's newer platforms, newer wallets coming out that make dot staking a little easier, that will like handle all of that spreading of across validators under the hood, so you don't have to deal with it, you know, at your level, right? You just click stake and it does all the work for you. So that might be the way to do it. Yeah, I'm not sure what you mentioned the control account and the stash account. Like I said, if there's not enough in the control account to unbond or withdraw the dot that's in the stash account, then you need to buy a little dot somewhere and put it in, transfer it into that control account. Give you the fees you need to pay. Just like an Ethereum wallet. If you're trying to withdraw an ERC20 token and it tells you there's not enough gas, it means you need to put some Ethereum in the main wallet to pay your fees. Barbara K, thank you for being here. Scott, thanks for being here. I don't know what you were cooking tonight, but I'm sure it was good. We missed Dan tonight, but I saw Dan earlier this week. He's doing great. And I didn't see Randy here tonight. He might have been here. I hope I got to all of your questions. If I didn't get to your question, then check the description down below. My email is here, down here, thecryptodad@gmail.com. I'll do my best to get your question answered if it's reasonably straightforward, right? Like I said, I can't call you up and hold your hand. I'm too busy, taking care of my family and trying to post videos to be doing that one-on-one stuff. It's just too time consuming for me. So keep watching my channel. Don't forget, next week, let's do that. Live stream from Michigan, where you can throw out questions and I'll do my best to get them answered. 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hope to see you there. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me and hope to see you again soon.